Welcome back everyone for some more Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, and we are ready to finish case number 5 here, turnabout for tomorrow. And I'm gonna I have a feeling we're gonna have to brace ourselves, because I have a feeling there's some serious stuff that's gonna happen here in this final day of the trial, or should I say this final episode of the case. More like it. But before we continue on, hope you guys have an awesome day today. Hope you guys doing well. I am not gonna stall even a second. I just want to get straight into this and find out exactly what's going on here. But the judge just ordered the police to order testing on the moonrock to see whose blood it was. Prosecutor Blackwell, what do the test results show? There was a rock fragment that had blood on it that appeared to be several years old. DNA testing revealed... Well, I'm sure you know full well what it revealed. Did they confirm there was a witness's blood, didn't they? There's no use in trying to talk your way out of it anymore. Admit it, you are the Phantom.
Objection!
Huh? Mr. Ray, did you just raise an objection to yourself? No, I didn't say a word. That was my objection, Apollo. Huh? Oh, great. Why? It was a pretty good objection, too, don't you think? Oh great, now we're facing off against fake Phoenix. Now he's me? So, did you have an objection or not, Mr. A? Huh? Oh, no, not really, Your Honor. No, not you, Mr. A. I mean the witness, Mr. A. Could this show get any more insane? Mr. A, this fragment of rock in the photograph, and those just like it, how can you be sure they're pieces of the same moon rock that was at the robotics lab? Care to explain what you mean? Well, there may have been a rock or two in the courtroom that had my blood on it. But how do you know they're not just rocks? You can't prove they're the moon rock, right?
Objection!
Don't be absurd. Just compare the fragment of the rock in the newspaper article. Anybody can see they're the same. They have the exact same coloration.
Objection!
But maybe some other rock with the same coloration happened to be in the courtroom. It's highly unlikely a rock with such a unique appearance just happened to be there. But you can't deny it's a possibility.
Objection!
But your blood was found on one of the fragments. Apollo, there's nothing suspicious about my blood being on a piece of rock. And why not? I know it sounds like an excuse, but... several years ago, I tripped and fell in this very courtroom and was hurt pretty badly. Maybe that's how my blood found its way onto a piece of rubble. Even he must realize how ridiculous that sounds. And yet, I suppose it's not completely out of the question. I see you're starting to sweat, Mr. Ray. I thought that the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. You're the last person I want to hear that from. Well, then why don't you give us those fragments analyzed? We could ask an expert to verify they were from the moonrock and robotics lab or not. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that just isn't going to be possible. And why not? In order to prove that the fragments are from what you say they are from, you'd need a sample of the moonrock from 7 years ago to compare it with. But that moonrock doesn't exist anymore, and there's no sample data left either. So you see, short of going back in time, there's no way to prove that any of the fragments are from that moonrock. Oh! No! Actually, I think there is! There's one thing. There's really no way to prove it? Are you finally ready to throw in a towel?
Objection!
I think I know what we need to present next. I think Phoenix does too. So the moonrock doesn't exist anymore, huh? That's right. It was such a valuable rock too. A shame, really. But it's lost to us forever. He's wrong. It's not completely lost. No, it isn't. There's another piece of it, right here by our side. A shining fragment of hope that can turn everything around. The final piece of evidence to put this phantom away for good. The defense has a piece of evidence that completely contradicts your claim. You have what now? A final fragment of hope that was passed down with great love and care. Do you guys know what we're going to be presenting next? We do. We do. Even if the person holding it hasn't realized it yet. Is this true, Mr. Wright? Pay no attention to him, Your Honor. He's just bluffing as usual. I wonder if you'll be able to force your biggest smile when you see what I've got. Try me. The piece of evidence that shows the original moonwalk isn't completely lost is the moonwalk earring. But just about the only things my mother left me with are a widget and this earring. Maybe she did love me in her own way. Athena, you may not know it, but your mother left me with a very important piece of evidence. She did. You're bluffing. You don't have anything of the kind. Oh, but we do. Evidence that will finally corner you, because we have a moonwalk of our own. Yeah! Oh! You mean... Exactly. A gift Dr. Sykes left her daughter. An item Athena has cherished and worn all these years. As distant as Dr. Sykes may have seemed to her daughter, that fragment of her love will shake off the darkness of the past and give us all hope for the future. This is the defense's sample of the moonwalk.
Take that!
That's your sample? This earring that Miss Sykes always wears was made from that original moonwalk. What? All this time? It was right here all along? Oh, it sure was. No. It can't be. If the composition of the bombed fragments in the earring are found to be a match, then it will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt the origin of the fragment in this photo. And since the test results showed that the blood on the fragments was yours, this means that the identity you tried so hard to hide will finally be revealed. The identity I tried to hide? I don't have an identity to hide. I may not have Athena's ears, but now even I can hear the fear in your voice. For fear? I don't feel fear. I left all the emotions behind years ago. Every human being feels fear. You simply can't face the emotions inside you. You can't face them because you have nothing. No love, no trust. And I suppose you do? I didn't have anybody support me at first either. I couldn't face the fear inside me. Couldn't get over the trauma of my past. Like I said, I don't feel fear.
Objection!
Then you're just a coward for running away from yourself. When I had my doubts about Miss Sykes, I felt like I would collapse under the weight. But I wanted to trust her. And I knew I could trust Mr. Rita and cover the truth. That's why I was able to face my suspicions without hesitation. Running away from myself? How can I run from myself? When there's nothing inside. Nothing at all.
Objection!
I know it's hard for someone as unwilling to trust others as you to understand, but people have emotions. It's just a fact of life, and so, people can be weak at times. But that's exactly why people need to trust one another, so they can gain the strength to face themselves when things are at their bleakest. Without trusting others, how can you ever hope to face your fears? The fear inside of me? Is this... No. Ah! Oh, here we go. I'm afraid. I'm scared. I feel fear. You can't outrun yourself. Remove that mask and unleash your emotions. Confront your guilt head on. With your own true face. That's an awesome shot right there. My own true face? No, please don't. I know you're here. Where are you? See? I haven't revealed anything yet. Honest. Ah. My own true face. I don't have one. My face. My face. My face. How many masks did he have? Is this my face? Is it? Is it? No, that's not it. No! This isn't me either. Ah! Is this me? Which one is my face? What am I? Who am I? Well, it's convenient to hide his true face in the shadow. A sniper attack in this very courtroom. It chills me to my bones. But the police are doing everything they can to track down the sniper as we speak. Prosecutor Blackwell, how is Detective Fulbright, his imposter doing? He's a lucky fellow. The bullet didn't hit any vital organs. He appears to be in no danger of dying. Well, that was fortunate for all of us. The analysis of that final piece of evidence Ray Dono submitted is in. The composition of Miss Sykes' earring and the fragment with the blood on it match. We can now be certain it is a fragment of the moon rock in question. The murders and bombings at the Space Center, both past and present, the bombing of courtroom number 4, and all those other crimes, as numerous as the stars. Under suspicion of all these things, the spy known as the Phantom has been incarcerated. The prosecutor's office is now responsible for his well-being. There are still a myriad of things we wish him to tell us about, after all. Thank you, Prosecutor Blackwell. Well, it's time to finally bring this trial to an end. But before I do, will the defendant please return to her proper place? Yes, Your Honor. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Athena Sykes, not guilty. And there we go. Not only did we prove Blackwell innocent, we proved Athena innocent, and more importantly, we found out who the Phantom from the past 7 years really is. Court is adjourned. It is finally over, folks. December 20th, 9:12 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 5. Congratulations, Mr. Nick. Thank you, Pearls, and thank you for being there for Athena. It's the least I could do. But Athena was great, wasn't she? She was so strong throughout the whole trial. Daddy, I'm so glad to see you. Trucy, are you alright? Are you hurt? I'm fine, Daddy. I was doing magic tricks for the other hostages to keep our spirits up. That's our Trucy for you. I'm really glad to see you're safe. Wait, I feel I owe you yet another debt of gratitude. Edgeworth, we never would have caught him if it weren't for all of you. Oh, come on, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? You're the one who have been tracking the Phantom all this time. Plus, you were the one who gave Blackwell permission to serve as the prosecutor, right? Yes, well, we knew the Phantom was somewhere nearby. The police and I were trying to find him, but we never did manage to do so until this trial. Well, we never would have won this trial without you. It was your help as chief prosecutor that was the key to its successful conclusion. Besides, it was you that saw to it that I got my attorney's badge back, wasn't it? So you figured it out, did you? Yeah, getting my license back went just a little too smoothly, you know. Should have been much harder after that evidence forging scandal. Well, I owed you a few favors. Hey Edgeworth, think we can finally bring the Dark Age of the law to an end? Even the darkest night turns to dawn eventually. Earth's sun will rise again. Besides, now the prosecutor Blackwell has been cleared of all charges, a great deal of the mistrust towards the court system should have been swept away. You know, you could have said that with a bigger smile, Edgeworth. It won't kill you. Instead, the furrows in that brow of yours just kept getting deeper and deeper. So I should smile more, huh? I'll think about it. Ah, the complicated love-hate relationship between lifelong rivals. Athena. I'm forever in your debt. You went through all that trouble, even taking the bar exam while you were overseas. Well, I knew if I didn't get your sentence overturned fast, you'd be executed. So I studied and studied. I was frantic. I'm so glad I made it in time. Just barely. But I still made it. That a girl, Athena. It's good to see you finally let your tears out. Yes, I survived by the skin of my teeth, thanks to you. Shame on you, Simon, for trying to throw your life away like that. It was never my intention to just throw my life away, but some things in this world are more important than your own life. Like what? My honor-bound duty to protect with my life my mentor's most beloved treasure. Huh? That's some loyalty. This guy really is a samurai through and through. Well, looks like we can breathe easy now. Apollo, Athena, thank you both. It took all of us together to pull it off. You bet, boss. What a team we are, huh? It is definitely the most amazing turnabout I've ever seen. I am a lucky guy. My office has the best, most capable lawyers around. Thanks, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna work extra hard to make up for all the worry I caused. You better, because I still have a bad taste in my mouth for you, Apollo. It's gonna take... I mean, Athena may be easy to forgive you, but it's gonna take some time for me to forgive you after what you did. Apollo Justice is fine and ready to go. Let's hear it for the Right Anything Agency. Well, nobody's gonna try harder than me, so you better watch out, Apollo. Simon is free, thanks to Mr. Wright, but there are so many more people out there who need our help. You're right, and I'll be needing you both to help them. We still have a long way to go. Get ready, you two. We won a major victory, but the war is far from over. There are still people out there suffering under false charges who need defending. We've got a lot of work ahead of us, if we ever hope to fully bring the Dark Age of the Law to a close. Hey, I know one thing we have to do. We have to celebrate with a bowl of piping hot noodles. Huh? Nothing like a bowl of Eldoon's noodles after a trial, all in Mr. Wright's tab. That's how it works at the Right Anything Agency, right, Mr. Wright? Huh? Humph. As a boss, it's your duty to express gratitude to your people for their great work. In that case, allow me to join in the festivities. I would greatly welcome a bowl of noodles. I love it. Huh? I have an idea, Daddy. Why don't you just invite everybody involved in the case? The more the merrier, right? Oh, Mr. Nick, look how far you've come. Who knew you'd grow up to be such a generous gentleman? Aw, Pearls, you're just too precious. Guys. Under these circumstances, there's only one thing I can say. Only if I get to join in. Hey, no fair, I want to say it too. Okay, here we go.
Objection!
Awesome. And that is Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. Well, we're not completely done with this game. I was trying to think of something nice I could do for Paulie now that he's back. So I decided to go around and get a bunch of jobs for him to do. Find a lost cat, install an air conditioner, give a computer lesson. You think I should have found him a few legal cases? No, that's okay. This is a Right Anything Agency after all. But yeah, in the original game, this was the final case, and the case we're going to be doing in September was DLC. Athena and Apollo were so wonderful in court. I'd better study as much as I can if I want to be a judge someday. My grandma says eat lots of peppers and they'll make you passion. Oh, but I should figure out which to grow, green peppers or yellow peppers. Or maybe I should go with hot as the sun red peppers instead. You do you, Junie. But yeah, we're not completely done yet. We're going to be coming back to this in September when we do Case 6. The end of the Dark Age of Law, you say? Just how naive. Don't you know it's sometimes necessary to get a guilty verdict by any means possible? What? They're putting me under investigation. Chief Prosecutor wants to see me? Eek! Serves you right. Forget what his first name is. His brother's name is Winston. Oh, I think his first name is Gaspin. I think his full name is Gaspin Payne, if I remember correctly. I've been asked to debut the great masked wrestler Tenma Taro. He's scheduled to go up against the Amazing Ninetales next, though. Oh, what to do? Fight to the finish with myself? Why don't you ask Mr. Demon Warrior to be the Amazing Ninetales, too? It's not a bad idea. I bet he'd be all for it. Ka! So we are to meet his foes, are we, my little friend? Oh, boy. But yeah, we are going to be taking, of course, August as a down month. Would you believe it? I'm Alderman of Ninetales Vale now. Pretty impressive, huh? I took over after Rex QB for the good of my beloved village. What do you say? Would you like to make a little donation to help us out? Hey you, what do you think you're doing, sneaking into the manor? The jig's up. Better make a run for it. I'm trying to think of what else to add. I thought I wanted to be an artist, but after seeing the amazing job Athena did, I started becoming genuinely interested in law, so now I'm studying for the bar exam. I'm gonna prosecute Athena someday, you'll S-E-E. I'm studying my buns off too, but not for the bar exam. I'm gonna pass the Themis entrance exam on my own merit this time. Well, good for you, O'Connor. With a score of 100 points, of course. Hugh, Juniper, our dream will live on, forever. But yeah, we got one final case, which is Case 6, which is called Turnabout Reclaimed. I found really sweet boxes for all three of them, but they won't wear them. Is it because I want to be a legal journalist instead of a lawyer or a judge? But anyway, thanks to the child, the school newspaper's future is as bright as can be. Now let's see what the fresh blood have to say in the new school paper. Our editor cried so hard at graduation rehearsal, her cardboard box got soggy. But yeah, our next case, which will be, well, the final case will be in September. The one-night-only reunion concert. I still remember that evening of passion. The president of the student council sang like no other high school student I've ever heard. When she's a judge in her own court someday, I'd love to have a jam session with her. It would be the coolest trial ever, yeah! I can already hear it now. But yeah, at Turnabout Reclaimed, we are going to be revisiting Phoenix's first case since he got his badge back. I gave this place a good cleaning from top to bottom, but it's already a mess again. I guess the only thing I can do now is clean up the attitudes of the people in this office. With Mr. Meyer due to come here once your training's over, it simply must be done. I think there's a few more here. Oh god. Humanity's dreams for outer space will never die. In fact, planning for the Half-Fleet rocket has already officially begun. Look upon me, people of this great nation, and witness the glory of Yuri Cosmos. What do you... Oh, Director! Yes. Rocket preparations are fully complete. Yes. You just leave everything to me. Assistant Director Yuri Cosmos. Yeah. That's what I thought. I'm going to the moon in the new rocket. If Athena or Mommy Metis came to the moon, I would love to show them around. But which is more interesting, Montes Perianus or the Mara Tanquetatis? You think they would like either one? Yay. Hooray. I wonder how Miss Aura is doing. I'd rather be near Miss Aura than on that moon. Oh, Miss Aura, I just want to use me again like you used to. Wow. Ready for launch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff! I'm going to the moon for real this time. For me and Clay, thanks to my lawyers. I don't know who I should... I'm not reading the rest of this. I already blew it. Don't worry, Starbuck. I think you're gonna be just fine. No, I am not employed here. I simply came to request their services in defense of my sister. But no one's around, and I've been kept waiting for a long time. And what sort of case brings you here? Oh, your father was accused and you wish for Athena to defend him? Humph. Then perhaps he and I shall meet in the courtroom in the near future. Well, well. I look forward to your next month's salary assessment. Eek, please forgive me! Uh-oh. Blackwell's acquittal has brought all manner of ills in the prosecutor's office to light. It would seem solving the case has thawed the chill of winter into the warmth of spring. Now I owe you yet another debt of gratitude, but I will pay him one day. You can trust in that. And with that, we get some more credits, and we're going to be seeing some awesome screenshots in the background. But yeah, if you played the original, I forget what platform it's on, but the original Dual Destinies, this was the final case in the game. And the case we're going to be doing in September was actually DLC. So, but since we're playing the Apollo Justice trilogy here on the Switch, the DLC case it comes with it, and that is, well, this is the final case, but this last one will be the last case we'll be doing in Dual Destinies, obviously, but yeah, the sixth case we'll be doing is titled Turnabout Reclaimed, and it is the first case that Phoenix Ray has tried since he got his attorney's badge back, thanks to Edgeworth. And in case you're wondering, the case has nothing to do with any of the cases that we've been doing. It's its own separate storyline. There's no real tie-in to anything that we've done up until this point, but... And one thing I will say, I probably should wait to say this until after we're done with the sixth case, but after we're done with Turnabout Reclaimed, it's gonna be a while before we see any more Ace Attorney. As a matter of fact, the third and final game of the Apollo Justice trilogy, Spirit of Justice, I'm not planning on doing the first case net until probably September. And the reason why I want to do it in September is because it will mark exactly 10 years since that game was released. It was released in September of 2016, which I forget the exact date, but it was released in September 2016. And of course, next year is 2026, and which of course is 10 years from now, from then, but you know what I mean. But it will be quite a while before. It's gonna be almost a whole calendar year after we do Turnabout Reclaimed before we get into more Phoenix Wraith. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed this content for the past couple months, and we will be doing Turnabout Reclaimed in September, but it will be a long while after that before we see Ace Attorney again, because I do want to give this game a little bit of a break, and like I said, I do want to usher in Spirit of Justice by having it on around the same time as its 10-year anniversary. So, but Spirit of Justice, I have seen bits and pieces of Spirit of Justice, and the game looks just as good as any other Ace Attorney game, and I will be excited to do that. But also, there's a bunch of other stuff on my channel that I want to do between now and then. Of course, I have Tears of the Kingdom that I have yet to do. That's going to be a long playthrough as it is, and I have a whole chocolate stuff planned for 2026, which is obviously next year. But with that, we are done with case number 5, Turnabout for Tomorrow. And we are done with the main game. We just got one more DLC case to go yet.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. Mr. Starbuck!
You'll be fine. Just believe in yourself.
The moon's closer than you think!
Thanks, guys. I wouldn't have made it back into space if it wasn't for you.
Ah, yeah!
All right!
Sorry about that. I forgot that the switch goes idle after a couple minutes. I do have to say, that's half the battle. They still gotta get him back. Through the years, I've seen as much joy as heartache, honesty as deceit. But just as Mr. Starbuck was able to escape the harsh pull of his fears and despair, I believe that hope and friendship can lift us all up toward a brighter tomorrow. And with that, Turnabout for Tomorrow has officially ended. And can I just say, Aura Blackwell was very pretty. She may be not a good person, but she kind of gives me Von Karma vibes for whatever reason. But continue on to the next game, Phoenix Wright Attorney, Spirit of Justice. No. But yeah, we're gonna have to just go here. This is the designated special episode, which, like I said, we'll be doing in September because, of course, this upcoming month, which is August, is kind of like my wind down time. I'm not gonna be uploading as much just to give myself a little bit of cool down. That way I don't burn out from recording so much content for you guys. But we will be doing this case, which is Turnabout Reclaimed, which will be, of course, the last case we'll be doing in Dual Destinies. And then, like I said, it won't be until September 2026 before we get back into the Apollo Justice Trilogy, and by then we will be starting Spirit of Justice. But I have had a blast with all 5 of these episodes that we've done, and I have a feeling this one's going to be no different. So, but we will see you guys at the beginning of September with Turnabout Reclaimed. Hope to see you guys there. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I'll be seeing you guys again next time.